I'm Nick from stringsandfrets.com, and welcome to part 2 of our beginner guitar course. In part 1, we learned some basic skills, including strumming the guitar and some two-finger chords. In this part, we're going to expand upon both of those ideas and learn how to play the song that I was just playing at the beginning. Let's get started. To start things off, we'll talk about down and up strumming. In part 1, we learned how to strum down. Strumming up is exactly the same as strumming down, except the complete opposite of it. What we'll do is we'll put our pick on string 1 underneath it and pull it up all the way through string 6. Make sure you're not holding onto the pick too tightly and you have enough wiggle room for it to give. If it's too tight, when you go up, it can get caught in the strings. We don't want that at all. When we were just strumming down, we counted 1, 2, 3, 4. But now that we're going to strum up, we're going to count like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Whenever we say a number, we'll strum down. And whenever we say and, we'll strum up. Let's try counting out loud and moving our hand in the appropriate direction. So whenever we say 1, we'll strum down. And whenever we say and, we'll strum up. Let's go through that 2 times. Here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's strum whenever we say 1. We'll go through that 2 times and don't forget to count out loud. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now let's strum on 1, then the and after 1. So we're going to do a down strum and then an up strum. Make sure we keep our hand moving down and up even when we're not actually strumming the guitar, and we're counting out loud. Here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we'll strum 1 and 2, going down, up, down. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we'll strum on the 1 and 2 and. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we'll strum 1 and 2 and 3. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we'll strum 1 and 2 and 3 and. Make sure that you're counting out loud and you're still moving your hand even when you're not hitting the guitar. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now we'll strum on 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And finally, we'll strum 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now that we're comfortable strumming down and up, we're ready to start working on our first strum pattern. A strum pattern is a combination of down and up strums that will just repeat throughout a whole song. The first thing we're going to do for our strum pattern is take out the strum that comes on the and after one. So instead of strumming, we're just going to miss the strings. Let's try it. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 4 and. Now we'll take out the strum on 3. Just have your pick miss the strings. Just go right over it. It's really easy. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that's our strum pattern. Now let's talk about 4-finger chords. This is where things get even easier. We already know our 2-finger chords. Now to make these 4 fingers, we're going to do something very simple. We're going to add our pinky to fret 3 of string 1 and your 3rd finger to fret 3 of string 2. That's all we have to do. We're going to use the exact chords that we learned in part 1 and just add these 2 fingers to all of them. These 2 fingers will not have to move anywhere. They'll stay right there the whole time. Let's check out our first chord now with 4 fingers, the G chord. You already know it. We're just going to add our 2nd finger to fret 3 on string 6 and our 1st finger to fret 2 on string 5. Keep your pinky and your 3rd finger on fret 3 of strings 1 and 2. They don't have to go anywhere. Now let's try playing the G chord, the strum pattern that we just learned. We'll go through it 4 times and make sure you're counting out loud the whole time. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 The next 4-finger chord we'll learn is C add 9. It's called C add 9 because we add the 9th degree of a C major scale to it. If you don't know what that means, don't worry. You don't need to know what it means. But I just want to let you know in case you're curious, and then you can go explore some more on the internet somewhere. Now to play it, we're going to keep our pinky and our 3rd finger on frets number 3 of strings 1 and 2. Easy enough, right? Then we'll add our middle finger to fret 3 of string 5 and your 1st finger to fret 2 of string 4. Just like the C chord we learned in the first part. Let's try playing that with the strum pattern now. Remember to count out loud. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 The next 4-finger chord we're going to learn is actually a 3-finger chord. It's called D sus4, and it's called that because we replaced the 3rd with the 4th. If you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It sounds really complicated, but it's really easy to play, and it sounds pretty cool too. To play it, we're going to put our 1st finger on fret number 2 of string 3. Your pinky and your 3rd finger will stay exactly where they are on frets 3 of strings 1 and 2. Let's go ahead and try to play this with our strum pattern while we count out loud. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and The last 4-finger chord we're going to learn is called E minor 7. It's called that because we take the 7th degree of an E minor scale and we add it to the chord. Again, if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. But it sounds awesome and it's really easy to play. To play it, we put down the E minor chord that we learned in part 1. Putting our first finger on fret 2 of string 5 and our second finger of fret 2 of string 4. We'll also keep our pinky and our third finger on frets 3 of string 1 and 2. They're never going to move for the whole song. It's pretty awesome. Now let's try playing this chord with the strum pattern. Count out loud. I promise you it's going to help out a lot in the long run. Ready, go. Now let's talk about switching between those chords. In part 1, we already practiced switching between them, so this should be super, super easy. The hardest thing is going to be making sure we keep our pinky and our third finger in the same spot for the whole time. If you feel like you need to move them, just don't. Just keep them right there. Okay, so switching from G to C. All you're going to have to do is have your first and your second finger move down 1 string each. Practice moving one at a time. And then practice moving them both at the same time. To switch from C add 9 to D sus4, what you're going to do is you're going to lift off your middle finger. Then you're going to move your first finger down 1 string to fret 2. That's all you got to do. So let's try doing that a couple of times. Lift off your middle finger. Move your first finger down. The switch from D sus4 to E minor 7, your first finger is going to hop up 2 strings to fret 2 on string 5, and your second finger will go to fret 2 on string 4. Do that a few times. To switch from D sus4 to G, your first finger will hop up 2 strings, and you'll put your second finger on fret 3 of string 6. To switch from E minor 7 to G, your second finger is just going to hop over 1 fret and up a string or 2 to fret 3 of string 6. That's all you got to do. It's really easy. Do that a few more times. Okay, now that we have the strum pattern and the 4-finger chords, let's add that to the first song that we learned in part 1. We'll go over each part individually first. So part 1, we'll play the new G chord with the strum pattern 2 times, the C add 9 with the strum pattern once, the D sus4 with the strum pattern once. Then we'll go through that whole thing again. Let's try it. And don't forget to count out loud. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 For part 2, we'll play the E minor 7 with one strum pattern, the D sus4 with one strum pattern, the C add 9 with one strum pattern, and the G with one strum pattern. Let's go through the whole thing twice, and don't forget to count out loud. Here we go. Ready, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 2, For part 3, we'll play E minor 7 for one strum pattern, G for one strum pattern, E minor 7 for one strum pattern, G for one strum pattern, E minor 7 for one strum pattern, D sus4 for one strum pattern, and then one last G chord to end it. Let's go ahead and play through that whole progression one time, and don't forget to count out loud. Ready, go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, Okay, let's put all that together now. I'm going to go a little bit faster than we just did, but if that's too fast, go ahead and slow it down in the settings. Or if it's too slow, you can speed it up. And if you don't know how to do that, you should probably just Google it. I'm going to count us off, but don't forget to count out loud with me. Here we go. 1 and 2 and ready and go. And 1 and 2 and 3. 'Well, that's it. Congratulations on completing the course. I hope you had fun and you feel like you have developed the basic skills that you need to play the guitar and to even teach yourself songs on your own. If you enjoyed this course, please check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching and have fun playing the guitar. I'll see you soon. Bye.